You hear something? This can't be happening! My hip sure feels good now.
Welcome to Jumanji.
You know, that comedic chemistry we've seen over the years is so hard to nail. You know, a lot of people have tried and it just has not clicked. I'm curious when you guys first noticed that your styles meshed, that your timing was what it was, because it's really something valuable between the two of you.
Thinking that Central Intelligence time.
Yes.
When we signed on to do the movie, that was one thing, but the first day on set, we were in we're in a small room, and we started off with the therapy scene, the slap.
Stare into my soul, and I'll stare into yours.
Maggie, does...
Hey, shh. There's no talking, and don't look away. Stare into my soul.
And the riffing, the takes, the comedy, and we saw it right there. Like, oh shit, this is a great thing. Like we've already stepped into this, and if we're here now, oh my God, I can't wait to see us way down the line.
Right.
So,
Kevin's also very generous, you know, and just as an actor. So, you know, and a lot of times, and we found out quickly that we actually both are that way. And so immediately instantly there was a trust. And in comedy, as you know, we all know, like you gotta trust who you're volleying with back and forth. You have to, and that the other person's not gonna try and chew something up or take too much or not set you up properly, but immediately, just like that.
You are a terrible driver.
What are you talking about? I just passed my driver's test last month again. I don't think we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're not gonna make it.
If you guys were to land in a game, what would be the game over challenge that once you got to it, you're just like, no, I'm sorry, I'm out of the game?
Bungee jumping.
What?
Which is happening on this junket.
Yes, it
And
is.
Jack's trying to get me to do it, and there's no
Let's
world.
do it, dude. All in one.
I'm trying
all in
to
one
find
row.
the right bribe that will get Karen to do
He
it.
offered me
but it's-
$100, and I'm
it's
like,
not-
you're
yeah,
gonna have
she
to
looked-
up that a little bit. This is
She
the
gave me
sequel.
such a stink eye when I threw that out, a crisp Benji.
$100.
She was like, what?
$100.
No.
There's no world.
Has the needle moved at all towards maybe doing it? Maybe a little bit?
No.
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all.
$100 is not gonna cut
Is
it.
there a fear of heights in your history?
No, it's not heights. It's
It's
more
not
like the
heights.
lack of. I just don't think
It's
I could push
control.
myself. Yeah, I think it's control.
You got issues.
But Karen,
Got
want to
me
take
too.
things to the next level.
Yeah.
on
Oh, so
this
I have
junket.
to bungee jump?
Yes.
Wait,
You
no,
do
don't
not
join in
have
with
to
them.
bungee jump.
You're
no.
joining on me as well.
You do not have to bungee.
Don't let him peer pressure you.
Yeah, fair enough. All right.
In relation to this movie,
If it's a movie.
I would say, there's some scary animals in this movie.
Well, I tell you, you know, crossing that bridge.
Oh,
you know,
man.
No.
Yeah, with the
Game
with the mandrills chasing you, with their teeth like this long.
Mandrills.
Yeah, I don't want that. No.
Oh
That's
man.
it. Is it the heights or is it the mandrels?
It's both.
It's both. Yeah, thank you.
The heights and the mandrills.
The heights first and then the mandrills.
Don't want it.
I am not viewing this as a Jumanji sequel per se. I'm viewing this as Jumanji versus Star Wars, the rematch.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if you were cutting a promo to set up that rematch, what it might sound like.
This is going to be the lamest promo ever. You know what? We took a risk and a shot of competing against Star Wars, and we got lucky.
Oh my God.
We're going to take a risk and a shot competing with them again, and we'll see if we're lucky.
Have I waited?
We're just trying to make everybody happy.
Yeah, and it's Christmas time. Star Wars and Jumanji can both thrive.
There's a world for both of them.
That was the softest, nicest promo I've heard in my
That's what we do. 'Cause those are all
Very
our
humble
friends
guys.
over there.
Yes, you don't want no problems.
Spencer.
Huh?
What?
Who are you?
At what point in the process do you guys find out which characters you're going to be playing? What kind of input do you have in terms of saying, like, I really want to try to play that kid this time through?
I mean, I sort of just received the script prior to many conversations, and so I just kind of learned everything when I read it, and I was very excited because I'm the same character, but like, she's just so different this time around. She was like really sort of nervous and bookish in the last film, and now she's like leading the charge, so it's kind of fun.
Do you have a change, though?
I heard early on, before I read the script, Jake said to me, I really want you to play Kevin Hart's character. And I was like, what do you mean? You mean Fridge? Because I wouldn't play Kevin.
Right.
I would play Sir Darius if I were doing Kevin. And he was like, oh yeah, but so I had a strange thing where I tried to do both of them, like a little Sir Darius and a little Kevin Hart at the same time in my character. But I learned about it early on. I was like, I'm down. Let's do it.
You guys get to do something interesting that I don't think any other Jumanji sequels got to do, which is catch up with somebody who has survived the game and tried to make a normal life happen afterwards. Was that a fun dynamic to play with?
Yeah.
This is the first time we're seeing that happen with Karen.
Yeah, I know, it's really fun because normally we just see this experience happen to them and then they come out the other end and then we end it. But now we get to see how it's changed them as people and they've really kind of evolved and developed, especially my character has really found her inner confidence from being in the game, and that's quite satisfying to see.
It is cool how the game has sort of an intelligence of its own where it knows it has to give people life lessons and some people don't even need to come back to the game. Like, they've evolved on their own, and if you don't need the game, you're not really going to get back in.
Right.
But yeah, so I don't want to give too much away, but that's something that comes up in the game. But one of my favorite scenes is up on the mountain, on the ice mountain, when you and Dwayne are talking about relationships and like insecurities and about, but it's funny too because it's like you guys are about to die on the side of an ice mountain, but you're having this tender little chat about like emotions, about insecurities of being a teenager in the world. But it was a really cool scene. Personal growth, man. That's what it's all about.
The characters that you guys play, Milo and Eddie, fell apart because one of them wanted to retire, and it disrupted their flow. So I'm curious, between you two, who retires first professionally?
It's gonna be me.
Gonna be you?
Yeah, it's gonna be me. Absolutely gonna be me. It's gonna be me.
Yeah.
From what? Acting?
From.
He says that now.
I'm gonna.
He's
Stand up will
energizer.
still be happening, but I know I'm gonna retire. I know I'm gonna be first before him.
Yeah.
Not to say I know that it's a long time
yes.
before it happens, but I'm gonna be first.
You'll be first.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to sneak it on him. Because then if I tell him, he'll be like, well, nope, I've already planned mine.
Because we're always competing. No, I'm sorry.
I'm going to sneak it on him.
You guys have been involved in so many brilliant properties. I'm curious, though, if there's a property of yours that you did that you think actually could benefit from a reboot for a new generation.
I think, and I think Dan may agree with me, that we feel that every movie we've made in the past should have a sequel. Don't you think? Okay, so I'm with you. On that, I think every movie that we make, and there are a couple of them that a lot of people might disagree with me on, but I'm saying.
All right, well, you get instant green light right now. What's the first sequel you're going to make?
First sequel I'm going to make.
Yeah, what's the first one?
I'm in love with my movies. I would say maybe Throw Mama from the Train.
Oh,
I'd do another one of those.
Mr. Glover, do you have one that you'd love to do a sequel to?
Since I love Westerns, a sequel to Civil Rider would be nice.
Please do that, please.
That'd be
I'd love to do a sequel to Civil Rider.
This next adventure is even more challenging. This time, not all of you will leave the game alive.
And it doesn't have the same ring, but Hobbs and Dinkley is coming?
Oh, that has a name. That has a ring to it.
It has a great ring.
Yeah.
You ask me, it has a great
Jason
ring.
Statham who? Exactly.
Thank you, guys. I
Thank
appreciate
you, man.
it. Yeah, so much.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you.